Alright guys, we are going to go through and take a look at some problems off of tonight's homework. Get this all done and get it posted so y'all can be able to look at it here in just a little bit. Okay. What I have done is go through and I've worked out all the problems first. Then the program that we use in class allows me to let the writing play out while I do a voiceover recording. Okay, so if this gets to going too fast, I'm going to try to slow it down a little bit, but I don't want it to go too slow. If it's going too fast for you and you need to slow down and take a look at one of the problems a little closer, more individually, pause this video. Okay? You don't have to watch it on fast forward. Okay? Alrighty. So this is literal equations. And y'all are doing problems 1 through 22. I have worked out all the odds. Okay? So you just have to do know how to do all the evens on your own. Okay? And you can check with me on the answers when you get to class if you want to. Okay. We are solving each of the equations for the indicated variable. All right, and just remember that a lot of these are mainly letters. Okay, but don't let that throw you. Okay, just work it out like you would if there were numbers there. Okay, all right. Let's see. All right, the first one is G is equal to 6x, and we are solving for x. Okay, we're going to start by getting rid of the 6 with that x. So we're going to divide by 6 to get rid of the 6 or to reduce it out. That leaves us with g over 6 is equal to x. Okay. Alrighty. Now, number 3 has a couple of ways that we can do this. Okay. So let's take a look. We're going to take a look at both. Alright. We have z is equal to m minus x. And we're going to solve for x. Okay, we're going to start this first way by adding x to both sides so that we have x as a positive letter, okay? So that gives me x plus z equals m. Now subtract z, and that gives me x is equal to m minus z. Now, it does not matter if it's m minus z or negative z plus m. It both comes out to be the same thing. Okay? All right. Now, the other way. Instead of moving x, we're going to move m to begin with. So, subtract m, and we have z minus m equals negative x. Now we need a positive x, so we're going to divide by negative 1. And we divide this whole thing by negative 1, and when we do, it changes our signs. So we end up with negative z plus m equals x. Okay? And if you put it the other way and you put the m in front, that would be fine. Now, on to number 5 that's already started down here. We have u equals x minus k. We're going to solve for x. We start by adding k to both sides. So u plus k is equal to x. And that's all there is to that one. Number 7. U equals k divided by a, and we are going to solve for a. We're going to multiply both sides by A. That gives me AU is equal to K. Okay, divide by U so that we can get A by itself. It's taking a while. What's going on? Okay, I don't know why it's not doing what it's supposed to. AU. We're going to divide by U. So A is equal to K over U. That makes me wonder if I didn't finish out that problem when I was writing it out. Okay, but we have our final. A is equal to KU. Just box in our answers here. Okay. Alrighty. Now, the next one, number 9. We have 12 AM equals 4. And I want to solve for A. So I'm going to divide this by 12 times M, which will leave just my A. Okay, divide the other side by 12. That leaves me with A is 4 divided by 12M. Now I can reduce down that 4 and that 12. So 4 divided by 4 is 1. 12 divided by 4 is 3M. So A is 1 over 3M. 11. AM equals N plus P. And we're going to solve for A again. I'm going to start by dividing both sides by M. And that gives me A is equal to N plus P, all of that over M. Okay? Alright. Now, that's 9, 11, this is 13. Is A minus C equals D minus R. And we are solving for A. Okay, I'm going to add C to both sides. Okay, and that gives me A equals D minus R plus C. Alrighty. Number 15 is Z is equal to B plus M divided by A. And we are going to solve for A. Okay. Now, I'm going to start by moving my B over. Okay, that's how I'm going to get my A by itself. So I have Z minus B is equal to M divided by A. Okay, I'm going to multiply both sides by A. Okay, that gives me A times Z minus B is equal to M. Now I want to get A by itself, so I'm going to divide by that Z minus B on both sides. That's going to leave me with A is equal to M divided by Z minus B. All right. This is all looking good. Okay. Box in our answers here. Alright, good. Alright, I believe we've got 3 more and we are just about finished. Okay, let's look at number 17. 17 is G equals B minus CA. We are solving for A. Okay. We're going to start by subtracting B. That gives me G minus B is equal to negative C over A. This is another one where we're going to have a couple of ways to work on these. So we're going to do both. We're dividing by negative C to begin with. Okay. By dividing by that negative on the bottom, I'm going to pause this here. Okay. By dividing by that negative on the bottom, that changes the tops. Okay. That changes the signs on top in the numerator. So, because like G divided by negative C would be negative G divided by positive C. Okay? Because we want to have a positive number in our denominator. Okay? So we would want the variable to be positive as well. Okay? So negative G plus B over C is equal to A. Now, another way to look at this, again, G equals B minus CA. We're going to move the CA first so that it's just a positive number. So minus, or not minus, but plus CA gives us CA plus G is equal to B. Okay? Now we're going to subtract the G so we can get CA by itself. Okay, so CA equals B minus G. Divide by that positive C. There we go. And we have A is equal to B minus G over C. Okay, and if you look, you can tell that that's the same thing. Okay? Because your G's are negative, your B's are positive, your C's are positive. All right, let's go on to number 19. This is 2x plus 4 is equal to x times G, and we're solving for x. All right, there we go. Okay, we're going to start by subtracting 4 from both sides. That gives me 2x is equal to xg minus 4. Okay, I'm going to subtract xg from both sides. Okay, now I'm going to rewrite this. I'm going to say 2x is equal to, or let's try that again. 2x minus gx. Now, notice I switched my x and my g. Okay, when x and g are multiplied together, it does not matter which one's in front. Okay, so we're gonna say x. We want that x to be in the same spots. So I'll just put that g in front of that x. So negative, or 2x minus gx is equal to negative 4. Now, you can see in my binomial 2x minus gx, I have an x in both terms. I can factor that out, okay, and make it a monomial times a binomial. So we're factoring out an x, and we're going to have 2 minus g, and that's going to be equal to -4. Okay, we're going to divide by that 2 minus g. 2 minus g gives me that x is equal to -4 divided by 2 minus g. Okay, number 21, we're going to have g is equal to x minus c divided by x, and we're going to solve for x. Okay, this is another one where we're going to find factoring, okay, like we did in number 19. Okay, we're going to start by multiplying both sides by x, so we have gx is equal to x minus c. Okay, I'm going to move my x over to the other side, so gx minus x equals -c. Okay, now I'm going to, like I did a while ago, I'm going to factor out that x, and that's going to leave me with gx divided by x is g, x divided by x is 1. So I have x times g minus 1 equals -c. I'm going to divide by g minus 1, and therefore x is equal to -c divided by g minus 1. Alrighty. Circle our answers in here. Alright, and that does it. So I am going to put the lid on this one and send it off to you. I hope y'all have a good night, and we will see you tomorrow.